good. I was so bored.
What's going on?
Stay back. You're not one of those slimy druids. Who are you? I've got to get out of here. Why didn't I just drown in that shipwreck? They turned him into coral. Sunagil. Those Eldertide bastards turned him into this glow. Then they fed the glow to the coral. They said that the archipelago belongs to nature. That they were carving a balance between the natural world and greedy mortals. They brought us through the caves and up to the platforms above. Then they shoved us into cages. Veslin. She was whole when I escaped. I offered to help her, but she wouldn't leave the others and I had to run. I had to. I can't do anything. Not against the Eldertide Druid's power. But you can destroy their coral. The Eldertide sacrificed my shipmates to it. Those druids need to suffer. The coral is inside the caves, just down that hill. Make them pay. I'll give up right now, but... oh, all right. If knowing more about them will help you save the others, I guess I can stay in this place for a bit longer. They're the ones who should be locked up in the Aminos stockade. They're not even supposed to be here. They corrupt nature. Even their magic does horrible things. It hurts, too. The way Sunagil screamed. Does there have to be a reason? Eldertide druids can corrupt other sea creatures, too. Urchins, sea stars, fish, crabs, that sort of thing. But the coral they corrupted here... it looks like the coral that wrecked the ship. They planned this. They changed the coral into something unnatural. It stinks of druid magic and... blood. It'll look different too, if there's light enough to see. I'm not going to let them turn me into that. I passed by one a little while back. Should be down that way. The other corals are probably inside the caves. We could still hear our shipmates' screams from the cages we were locked in. They're the ones who should be locked up in the Aminos stockade. They're not even supposed to be here. They corrupt nature. Even then... anyone still alive will be in the cages above. Destroy the coral. Make those druids pay.
Good to get the blood pumping, right?
I don't feel so good.
You've just volunteered to be our sacrifice.
Look at you go!
More of you vile serpents to fight. Good. I'm just getting started.
Over here, quickly. I don't know when they'll be back.
Thank the Eight you're not one of those druids. Hurry, get us out of here. The druids, they're using us to feed their coral. Screams. I don't want any more of us to suffer that pain. Please, please get this door open. Sergeant Brusick survived the wreck. The Sea Elves said he was as good as dead. They regretted leaving him there as soon as those druids locked us all up. The Sergeant and I take care of our prisoners. That would be Kyrysnia. She offered to pick the lock on this cage, but I couldn't leave these two. Seeing the druids when they killed Suni Gil and the others, it broke their spirits. Kyrysnia's many things, but she's not a liar. It's my job to guard the prisoners. I failed so many of them already. I'll not fail these two. If you open the door, I'm sure I'll be able to rally their spirits and get them out of here. Please, hurry, and open the lock. Who knows when the druids will come back? Either pick yourselves off the ground or let me carry you. We're getting out of here. Sergeant Brusick's waiting.
You don't appear to be one of these green serpent ruffians. Shame. I was hoping to notch an even 20. Since you're the first person I've encountered in this damn jungle who isn't trying to kill me, let's assume we're going to be friends. I'm High King Emmerich. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Lady Arabelle, you say? How is the dear woman? She and I have shared quite a few close calls over the years. But she only sent you? I assumed I merited at least a dozen knights or so. Ah, well, I assume you have a way to get us off this damn island. Ah, you've seen Irene. And she's still alive? Good. Do you know, I was looking for young Ernskar when these serpents rushed out and tried to toss me in that cage. I showed them. But I think they may have captured our wayward Nord prince. I half expected to find our young Nord prince sitting atop a pile of dead serpents, but no such luck. Let's take a look around and see if we can find anything that points to where the serpents might be holding Euron's pup. Come to think of it, I also heard these serpents mention a captured noble. I suppose that's what whoever's behind this told them. No reason to reveal we're royals. Instantly raises the bounty. I really wish I'd taken one of them prisoner, though. What does a High King do? Everything and nothing, or so it seems some days. I lead the Daggerfall Covenant, I rule over High Rock, and I attend meetings. So many meetings. Any other questions before more of these serpents show up? Over my strenuous objections, honestly. I was Earl of Cumberland. Before King Gardner died, he dropped dead of the Nahartan flu, and suddenly I was crowned King of Wayrest. Haven't had a decent night's sleep since. That's a good question. Yoren the Scald King was invited, of course, but the official response we got out of Mournhold was short and sweet. His son would negotiate on the Pact's behalf. Not for me. I have heard that Ernskar is something of a royal pain in the arse. But aren't we all, to some extent? Perhaps Yoren is using this as a training exercise. If Ernskar doesn't make matters worse, maybe he'll learn something. What does a High King do? Everything and nothing, or so it seems some days. I lead the Daggerfall Covenant. Being the eldest son of a noble house, I was trained to lead, though not necessarily to be a king. My father sent me to the best teachers. I particularly remember studying under Count Ravenwatch, a brilliant man, and still a good friend. When Rancer challenged my rule, an alliance seemed a prudent course for a quick resolution. Luckily, it was still in place when the Empire collapsed. The Covenant represents a return to the ideals of the past, and I believe, our best hope for peace. Look around. Ernskar was here before they moved him. I'm sure of it. Fights like a giant. That sounds like Ernskar. And he's at the coin fort. Well done. The Scald King's axe. Ernskar held that like Queen Maria grips a sweet roll. He wouldn't give it up willingly. Let's find Queen Irene, shall we? All that dead lout had was this bottle of wine. Ugh! Sour. Is there no joy on this damned island? I suppose it's time to reunite with Queen Irene. Let's be off. Maybe this news about Prince Ernskar will keep us from wandering into more sensitive waters. She really does like to argue, that one.
Good to see you still well, Emmerich.
And you, Irene. Nice, cat. I say, friend, let's chat. I washed up alone, and now I'm surrounded by allies. At least, allies for the nonce. It's funny how fate can change in a moment, eh? Let's talk about the things we found in the cave. Right. Mentions taking their captive noble to the coin fort. That has to be Prince Ernskar. Amanos used to be a stronghold for High Rock slave traders, but that was many years ago. There's a crumbling old ruin just west of here. A long time ago, yes. Not something the Covenant sanctions today, but you're missing the pertinent point. The Green Serpent gang is using the old coin fort as a hideout, and they're holding Prince Ernskar there. We did indeed. There are songs sung about that weapon. Literally. Yoren performed one of them the last time we shared company. We must return it to the prince when we find him. Anyway, our course seems clear. We make for the coin fort to the west. Don't worry about me. I'll meet you at the coin fort. It's just west of here, if I remember my maps. I'll just spend the walk thinking about the choices I've made. A little retrospective. To the coin fort. Shall we journey there together, Iran?
Casca will run ahead and clear the path. I'll make my own way there. I'll see you at the fort. Do try to keep pace with Casca, Emmerich. She'll keep you safe.
And she's gone. Again. Don't worry about me. I'll just take the long way around. I could use a nice walk. Truth be told, this is one of the most relaxing diplomatic missions I've had in quite some time.
Walker, we need to talk.
Did I mention how unusually large that cat is? Startling, even. Quite brave, though. I can see why Irene values her company. Anyway, she wants to speak to you. I wouldn't keep her waiting.
Bright moons shine upon us, Walker. Before you arrived, I did some sniffing. A scent like the one that lingers on that axe you found. It's inside the Coin Lord's old fort. I'd bet Zaji's left ear that it's Prince Ernskar.
I do believe I could stand here watching Emmerich fret about Casca all day. I told him she's only eaten Bretons once or twice, that I'm aware of.
Queen Irene suggests subterfuge. They seek the nobles. Let's give them one. In a word, yes. Pretend Emmerich is your prisoner. Escort him to the front gate and wait for them to let you in. Meanwhile, the Queen and I will await your signal. After we free Ernskar, we'll find a place to signal the rescue ship.
The High King most definitely, agrees. Lead on, my foul captor.
Come, Casca. Let's see how much trouble we can get into.
If you insist.
They captured one of the nobles. You, bring that prisoner inside at once. Sentry, unlock the gate.
I'll draw the serpents out. Be ready.
Hands off, you bastard!
That's one of the nobles Dishchi wants. Unlock
High
the
King
gate.
Emmerich
Grab him.
is no one's prisoner.
Steady, my friend.
Attack! No time like the present, my friend. Attack!
That was fun!
Well done. Casca and I will cause a distraction. Go find Prince Ernskar.
Go, Walker. We'll keep the green serpents busy.
Now's your chance. Find the prince. We'll cause a distraction to draw away as many serpents as we can. Then we'll find a good place to cast my ritual and clear the storm for your ship.
The way is clear. Let's go find Prince Ernskar.
The Ascendant Order won't make good on their promise if he's dead, Netch Breath.
This is a rescue? I am Prince Ernskar, heir to the throne of Windhelm and Skyrim. Since you don't appear to be one of these green serpent bastards, can I assume you're a friend? So all 3 Alliance delegates still live? Good. As soon as I came ashore, I was set upon by the serpents. I made the bastards pay. But even the son of Yoren, the Skull King, can't fight an entire prison gang on his own. There were too many of them. Sungir, axe of the Skull King. Ah, it feels good to cradle you in my arms again, you powerful blade. But we can't go yet. The Serpent said that something called the Ascendant Order is behind us. Their leaders, the Lord and Magus, are here. And we will, after we deal with the Ascendant Order leaders. Emmerich would agree, and so would Irene. Come, friend. We can deal with these traitors in one fell swoop. With Sungir once more in hand, I feel better already. Let's find this Ascendant Lord and his Magus. I want to show them what it means to attack a Nord warrior. Someone was going to ask that eventually. Publicly, Yoren wants me to step up. The Pact is a sprawling alliance facing threats from all sides. The Skull King has many responsibilities. This is his way to finally allow me to share his burdens. Privately, the old goat is someone warming his bed at night, and refuses to stray too far from home. She's a lovely Riften lass, Brunhilde. My father's never been happier. He was only too eager to let me travel in his stead and represent the Pact. Hope is for poets, like my father. I am a warrior. One does not shy from battle at the first sign of danger. Even if nothing is gained from these conversations, Emmerich, Irene, and I shall be the ones who decide when to quit the field. Curious about the Prince of Windhelm, are you? What do you want to know? I have nothing to hide. A personal question. My relationship with the Skull King is complex. He loves the chance to teach lessons, to pass on his tales. But he is still disappointed that I can't sing, forever denying him that father-son duet he's always dreamed of. My role? I've been a prince my entire life. My youth was not unlike yours, I imagine. I hunted, I fought, and I learned my lessons. I bathed in the frigid waterfalls that crash from the high peaks, and wrestled with wolves for sport. The usual. You don't know the story? How our 3 disparate peoples came together to repel the Akaviri invaders? I haven't always thought so, but I believe the Nords, the Dark Elves, and the Argonians are truly stronger together. I've seen it firsthand. It feels good to be armed again. I've missed you, Sungir.
I'll get Irene and Casca. We'll wait for your signal.
There. Let's listen in.
We will have your missing nobles by day's end, my lord.
See that you do. Magus, summon the Order. We meet on High Isle on the morrow.
Enough! Let's get down there!
My liege, we must go!
I won't allow you to escape.
Go on. Find a way outside so you can signal the ship. I need a moment. Guess I'm not as recovered as I thought. The Magus and his lord escaped. Damn cowards. Go on. Find a way outside and signal that ship you promised. I'll be right behind you. I can see the ocean. That's a good place to use your signal. Shore's bold. Let's see that light all the way back in Wilhelm. Let's get to the dock.
Hold them at bay. Fear is a fickle thing, but I should quiet the storm.
Green serpents, attack!
Don't let them interrupt the queen.
To lose this much blood?
No! My pets! Here you!
No ship can reach us through this storm.
Patience, lad. Irene is working on that.
Wind, waves, and storms. Heed my call and still your fury.
It's working!
I don't believe it. She actually did it.
Onto the ship, quickly.
Zaji's ship was closest when the signal flare ignited. Do you like it? I call it the perfect pounce, too! Anyway, Zaji is supposed to get you back to Mandrake Manor as quick as he can. Just give the order, and we'll leave these dreadful shores.
As depressing as it sounds, that's the most fun I've had in months. To be honest, I wasn't sure the ritual would work. If it hadn't, let's assume Zaji could have navigated through the storm and reached us anyway. Yeah, let's go with that. Between Emmerich and I, the green serpents scattered like leaves in a strong breeze. And thanks to Casca's formidable presence, the rest were quick to abandon their posts. I made sure to hold off on the ritual until I saw the signal flare. Absolutely. They raised a storm and sank 3 ships to try to kill us. As long as their leaders live, there's no reason to expect them to just surrender. At least Emmerich, Ernskar, and I still draw breath. Thanks to you.
The Ascended Magus and his lord are cowards. Neither would stand and fight. They call themselves knights? Hardly. At least we heard their plans. A meeting on High Isle, we heard the Ascendant Lord say. Of course. But you must tell her what I'd learned while I was a captive. The Ascended Order is behind all this, and they are led by the Ascended Lord and his Magus. Truly? Well, you did not know that they were planning a big meeting on High Isle until we heard the Ascendant Lord say it, so that's something. And did you know the Lord planned to kill us as soon as the Green Serpents delivered us to him? As sure as we made it onto this ship alive, they want to make a show of it. You could hear it in their voices. This Magus, this Lord, they hunger for power. And the death of 3 Alliance leaders would be quite a start to their feast.
A daring rescue, a clean escape. Well done, my friend. I can't wait to tell Queen Maria all about it. I kept busy, if that's what you're asking. We made our way around the fort and kept the bulk of the Serpent's forces occupied. Casca was a real champion. She cut down 3 ruffians for every one that Irene or I dealt with. For all their rhetoric, it's clear that the Ascendant Order doesn't want the war in Cyrodiil to end, at least not with one of us on the throne. They're the worst kind of evil, a malicious greed masquerading as a benevolent purpose.
Ah, nice to be back in the city. Lady Arabelle wants you back at Mandrake Manor, friend. I'll see you there. I'm sure Lady Arabelle has something she needs me to do. Just between you and me, I don't mind the work too much. But don't let her know that.
Walker, Lady Arabelle wants to see you in the courtyard, out back. You saved us, Walker. As strong as Casca is, that jungle was stronger. I wouldn't have lasted much longer without your help. If you need my claws, you only need to ask.
A successful rescue! What sounds better? Zaji, Deliverer of Freedom, or Captain Zaji, Bane of Amanos? Take your time. This one is going to print up calling cards, so I want to get it right.
What wonders you accomplished, my friend. Not only did you rescue Prince Ernskar, you managed to bring Queen Irene and High King Emmerich back safely. Few heroes can say they've saved a king, a queen, and a prince all in the same day.
Not many people escape the jungle of Amanos. I'm impressed, Wayfarer. I only wish Zaji wasn't the one to pluck you from the shore. I'll never hear the end of his boasting now. Anyway, Lady Arabelle is waiting for you out back.
Well, here comes our hero now. Well done, my dear.
Excellent. Who wants a drink? The Prince of Windhelm is buying.
Hold fast there, lad. We're safe for now, but the battle's just begun.
Good work finding the Alliance leaders and getting them off Amanos safely. I'm quite proud of you, my dear. Lord Bacaro and I will spirit them to a more secure location shortly. Then we can turn our attention back to the Ascendant Order. So Prince Ernskar told me. We'll get to that. First, you need to rest, and I need to make sure our royal guests remain safe. For now, take this. As long as I can count on you, there's more where that came from. Thanks to you, the royals have finally reached High Isle. While the Ascendant Order has lost their prizes, they remain a threat. Once the Ascendant Lord and his Magus learn the Alliance leaders are here, they will stop at nothing to reach them. Lord Bacaro and I have a secure place. They'll be safe enough there. So far, we've been on the defensive, reacting to events. The time has come to take the fight to the Ascendant Order, and my plan starts with this meeting you heard about on Amanos. And I think I know how to determine where this assemblage will take place. While you were away, I received reports of Ascendant Order activity at Mistmouth Cave. I propose we investigate, and if luck is with us, catch ourselves a Lord and a Magus. Mistmouth Cave lies on the northern coast of High Isle. It's a favorite of outlaws and pirates. I'll meet you there. I need to go over some details with Jakan one more time. Things tend to go in one ear and out the other with that one, you know. Not as safe as they could be. Lord Bacaro, Valessi, and I arranged for the Mages Guild to protect the conference site on All Flags Islet with powerful defensive spells. I'll rest easier with the delegates safely behind those wards. That's our hope. Now that the Alliance leaders are here and safe, they just need a little time to recover from their ordeal. And we need to make sure the Ascendant Order no longer poses a threat. Worried about me? Oh, pish-posh. I was dealing with brigands, trolls, and threats to the realm since well before Rancer launched his ill-fated little war. There's nothing in this archipelago that I can't handle. But thanks for your concern, dear. I know the feeling. I couldn't keep it all straight without my notebooks. The Ascendant Order wants to kill the leaders of the three alliances. They sent a storm to sink the ships carrying them here for the peace conference. That's correct, dear. And while you were rescuing Prince Ernskar, you overheard the Ascendant Lord tell the Magus to summon the Order to a meeting on High Isle. We're going to follow up on that and figure out where this meeting will take place.
Why must we sit on our hands? The Dominion can crush the Ascendant Order with one fell blow.
I will not allow the Dominion to land warriors on Breton shores. The Dadapal Covenant will handle this matter.
Summon your fleets and I will leave. The Ebonheart Pact will not negotiate under threat of attack.
Patience, please. This is a delicate situation. Let us handle this. Now go with Jakan. He'll see you to a safer location.
I can't say I like the idea of hiding out while others hunt down our enemies. But my father taught me a good leader must learn to depend on others. I look forward to hearing what you and Lady Arabelle find at this cave.
You plan to strike a blow against the Ascendant Order? Good. If you find you need another sword at your side, send for me. I've always found it hard to leave such tasks in the hands of others.
I trust Lady Arabelle implicitly. If she believes I should accept Lord Bacaro's protection and leave the Ascendant Order to you, then so be it. But know that I'd rather help you deal with these villains than get locked away with Irene and Ernskar.
Mistmouth Cave lies on the northern coast of High Isle. It's a favorite of outlaws and pirates. I'll meet you there. I need to go over some details with Jakan one more time. Things tend to go in one ear and out the other with that one, you know.
Don't worry about me. Go with Lady Arabelle to that cave. I'll find a way to keep myself busy. Like making sure the royals get to that secure location without doing bodily injury to each other along the way. Come to think of it, better wish me luck.
While our delegates recover from their harrowing escape, I'll revisit our arrangements for the peace conference. The problem of the Ascendant Order I leave to you and Lady Arabelle. Good hunting.
Lots of good opportunities for
There.
pickpocketing
I
here.
recharged the
Just
medallions.
saying.
They can be returned to the delegates.
What a strange magic.
Whatever the Ascendant Order unleashed on the delegates' ship drained the medallions of the spells I put in place. Fortunately, I was able to restore their various protections. The delegates will need them to enter the secure location.
Alessia's arcane skills are very impressive, don't you think? The spells she imbued into the medallions demonstrate subtlety and power. As she seeks to learn druidic magic, I am eager to study her techniques. We have much to teach each other.
I will accompany Jakarn and make sure that Prince Ernskar and the others reach the secure location safely. The Ascendant Order won't get the better of me again.
Mistmouth Cave. I know the place. A good spot to watch the seas and islands to the north and west. I'm not surprised the Ascendant Order might make use of the area. Keep an eye on Lady Arabelle, will you? She forgets sometimes that she's retired.
I'm not sure that ship Zaji found is worthy of the name Perfect Pounce, too. Maybe after I whip the new crew into shape and repair all the leaks. Anyway, Zaji and I are ready to help if you need us. Just say the word.
Off again, Walker? Zaji would go with you, but Queen Irene may have need of the perfect pounce too. Plus, Casca wants to make sure she is ship-shape. The ship, that is, not the Queen.